Dave here, and this is Lindy. The only way I could keep her quiet for the video is to have her sitting on my lap, but today we're going to talk about things to think about when selling war games, or anything else for that matter. First, the customer is not always right. The customer is usually right, but not always. Something to think about. Second, you don't have to do business with anyone you don't want to, and you don't have to reply to anyone who can't act appropriately. I have a large block buyer list on eBay. If I have any trouble with a buyer, I block them from purchasing anything from me in the future. When you block these few bad apples, the apples that are left over are always great people. If the buyer asks, why are you selling it? He just told you two things. The first is that he's not experienced in buying used products. And second, that he's too spineless to ask the real question he's thinking, which is there anything wrong with it? He's not a bad guy, but you now know that you probably come out on top when negotiating with him. If a buyer ever tells you that they know of other places that sell the same product for cheaper, then they are most likely a liar. Think about this logically and rationally. If the buyer really knew of a place with a cheaper price for the same item, he would have never even bothered contacting you in the first place. Don't budge on the price at all with this guy. If he gets rude or belligerent with you, tell him you recommend he buys the game elsewhere. If a buyer complains about the shipping price, then you need to educate him. The shipping price takes into account the cost of shipping, materials, gas to make a round trip to the post office, and the PayPal or eBay fees that are charged on the shipping. Most people don't know that eBay charges the seller a 12.7% plus 30 cents fee on the shipping money that they received. If someone makes you an offer on a game you are selling online, it is best not to reply to them the same day unless they're just asking for a very small discount, in which you say, yeah, fine. Give the item a chance to sell at the price you're charging. If it doesn't, then start considering offers. If someone tries lowballing you, never ever make a counter offer. They have no intention of paying you anywhere near what the game is worth. The only response you should give is no thank you. These are oftentimes resellers who just want it for a super low price so they can immediately go resell it. There's a buyer on eBay who contacts sellers and asks for a disabled veteran's discount. Anybody can claim they are a disabled veteran. Tell him you won't even consider it unless he sends you a copy of his DD-214 and his driver's license. He never sent them to me when I requested it. I often wonder if this is the same eBayer who claimed to be a reverend years back and would request a religious discount. There are a small number of online buyers who are scammers. One of the most common scams is they claim that the item they purchase from you has some imperfection that you know isn't there, or they claim something is missing when you know it isn't. It's up to you how you want to handle this. If the buyer didn't provide any pictures or proof and you feel suspicious, tell the buyer you have a policy against partial refunds but are willing to refund the item if he sends it back to you. They almost never send the product back and just drop the issue. Don't sell anything online that you can't afford to lose. A scammer can claim an item they bought on eBay or with PayPal funds was not as described. eBay or PayPal will find in the buyer's favor 100% of the time due to their item as described guarantee, and tell them that they will get a refund when they've shipped the item back to you. Scammers will put something heavy in the box like a brick instead of the item you sold it and ship it back to you. As soon as the tracking information says the item was delivered to you, eBay or PayPal will refund them and you're screwed. There are some buyers who will try to negotiate the price on anything they want to buy, even if the price is a steal. If you're selling something for $10, they will offer you $5. If you're selling the same item for $5, they will offer you $2. If you're selling the same item for $2, they will offer you $1. If you're selling the same item for $1, they will ask if you can make it 2 for $1 with free shipping. Never assume your price is too high just because people are asking for a discount. I want to talk about what a reasonable offer is. If you're selling an item for less than $50, a $5 discount is usually reasonable. If you're selling an item for $50 to $100, then a discount of $10 is usually reasonable. You don't have to accept these offers if you think someone else will buy it for full price, but they're worth considering. Last, keep in mind that 99% of the people who are looking for used war games are good, trustworthy people. It's only a very small number that are problematic. That's all I got. Let us know some of your experiences selling used war games, and have a good evening.